Mike Moore Media.
Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm Lydia Craddock with the Rockingham County Public School System, and I do a lot of work with the Apprenticeship program. I love what I do, and I do what I love. And one of the things that I do is try to connect students with great career choices. Now, if you follow the podcast here on More Media, you've heard us talk about apprenticeship before. So today I wanted to get an actual apprentice to come in and chat with you. And so I've got Braxton French with us. Thank you for joining us today, Braxton.
Thank you guys for having me.
Well, we're looking forward to talking to you. So let us know a little bit. Tell us, where did you graduate from school? Where are you apprenticing? Just a little bit about you.
So I graduated from Morehead High School in the class of 2020, and I'm actually doing my apprenticeship at Pine Hall Brick in Madison, North Carolina.
Okay, great. Now, our listeners probably are familiar with apprenticeship, but just in case, give us a brief synopsis of what is an apprenticeship.
So the apprenticeship is a program where you were going to school at college and also working full-time and getting a 2-year associate's degree in engineering, manufacturing, and getting paid. And
wow, that's
they're
the
paying
important
for
part.
your school. So.
Oh, yeah, that's the important part. And the thing is, you can actually start this in high school.
Yes, you can.
Okay,
you can
great.
start at your senior year of high school. You can either start your senior year or your freshman year of college.
Okay, and so we want to give folks, we are recruiting for new apprenticeship candidates during the month of October all the way until December 31, and students can apply for this RockATOP opportunity at www.rockatop.org. But we wanted to talk with Braxton a little bit about what an apprentice actually does. So, Braxton, tell me, first of all, you're at Pine Hall Brick. I think folks know Pine Hall Brick's been here a long time in Rockingham County.
Yes.
But tell us what the company does, and then tell us what you do as an apprentice.
So Pine Hall Brick, it's a company that makes brick and sells brick. But as an apprentice there, when I came in, they actually gave me a position that I'm the predictive maintenance technician. And what I do is I go around and check all of our machinery and make sure that it's running well. So I go around and do vibration checks. I do thermographics checks, which is checking the temperature and making sure that all of our machines and motors are still running well, trying to predict if they're going to go down so that I can keep the company from having any downtime.
You know, Braxton, I thought it was phenomenal that the company, they just initiated that position as you came in. Yes. We hear a lot about preventive maintenance, but what you're actually doing is predicting problems, not just preventing.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
So, now what made you interested in something like that?
Now, I really didn't even know what predictive maintenance was. I knew that there were maintenance guys, and I knew that all jobs had maintenance guys to fix their problems, but I mean, it really is crazy as the apprenticeship program has showed me something new. Now what brought me into it was, I mean, maintenance always sounded cool because I like fixing things and hands-on work. I really do like that. But going into Pine Hall and then them giving me the new position as predictive maintenance technician, I didn't really know about it, but they're the ones that showed me about it, and it's actually really cool. So,
and you know, that's one thing that I am finding with apprenticeships. You would not think about the amount of technology and the amount of computerization that is required in our advanced manufacturing companies.
That is true.
And they are looking for people that are computer savvy, people that are tech savvy. And you said you had an interest in maintenance. And
yes.
Maintenance, you know, sometimes when we say the word maintenance, we think about the person who fixes the leaky faucet, which is an important thing to do. I don't want a faucet leaking. But it's much more complicated than that today, much more education required.
Yes, it can be. It can be anything from working on robots, which is a lot of technology with that and programming and stuff like that. Or it could literally be something as simple as
fixing a faucet.
I was by fixing a faucet or turning a wrench and stuff like that. But it really has gotten more complicated throughout the years, I feel.
So, and that is one of the reasons that you are needing that associate's.
Yes.
That associate's degree. And then that can feed on into a 4-year degree for you.
Yes, it can. Yes.
Okay. So excited to see what you guys are doing up there. When I toured the company, I was like, who knew that all of this was going on up here? But tell me about, now you are taking courses at Rockingham Community College. They are the educational partner with RockATOP Apprenticeship Program. Mm-hmm. What are some of those courses? What have they been?
So I have taken a couple of blueprint reading classes. I have taken electrical classes. I've taken like basic English and math classes that I have to get my 2-year associate's degree. Have you
taken any welding yet?
I have not taken welding yet. I'm not sure if that's on my schedule, but I do know that I actually have another person that's at Pine Hall Brick with me, and she has taken welding, and she's a part. I'm not sure if that's on my plan, but the weird thing about it is even though I don't do that at school and I don't get those classes, at Pine Hall Brick we do so much. I've done welding at Pine Hall Brick.
Okay, good. Well, and I think you've brought up an important point, Braxton. When a company sets up an apprenticeship, and Jennifer Lester at Rockingham Community College helps with setting up those apprenticeships through the state, the company chooses some of the training that the student is going to have based on the position that the company needs.
Yes.
So y'all have got 3 apprentices?
Yes, we do have 3 apprentices. We have Levi Simons, which is our automotive technician.
He does the
Jordan.
robots.
Yes, he does robots and programming, all that. Like that's what he's like, computer guru. We have Jordan Dawson, who was our lean specialist coordinator, and she's actually doing a lot of work with our upper management stuff right now at Pine Hall Brick, trying to put in a new program.
Wow.
And then me. I am the predictive maintenance technician. But while we do all have our different positions in Pine Hall, we learn a little bit of everything. Like, so I'm learning lean along with the automotive part, and they're learning a little bit of maintenance. So it's not like they're just holding us into one particular spot. Like, we're learning a little bit of everything, which is really cool.
I think that's a good point. I know you have a mentor, Mr. Stanley Bowman.
Yes.
And he's the one that looks after the apprentices. He's y'all's supervisor, and he's taken this on. I know he does give you opportunities to see and do everything, and then you're able to specialize. Now, Braxton, this was really stepping up to adulthood, and you decided to do it in the 11th and the 12th grade.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
So while it was a very tough choice, but it was probably one of the better choices I've made in my life, because for a kid in the 10th or 11th grade, it seems like, you don't really want to step up and go to work. Like, you don't want to have to do that right now. But it's also it can be kind of scary going to a job too. But while like I said, while it is a hard choice, it was really good, because it could be scary going to a job, but
So Stanley was there and y'all kind of work through all that scariness?
Yes, he definitely did help us out a lot. And like I said, while it can be different, it does kind of remind you of going to school too, because you have so many people and so many groups of people that you go to and work with. I mean, I'm 19 years old, and I found out I have friends that are 45 and 50 years old, and it's just really cool going to work and seeing the different groups of people that you meet there.
That's good.
Yes.
That's good. Exciting. We're really proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
We are proud of you, and we are also so thankful. I have to do a shout out for Stanley Bowman at Pine Hall Brick, because he has really taken on this program, and so he is very proud of you guys too. So now, you said it was not such an easy choice.
Not at the beginning, no.
Right. What would you recommend for maybe a 10th grade student? Now, an 11th grade student can apply.
Yes.
But what would you recommend that a 10th or 11th or 12th grade student be thinking about? What kind of students would be good for this apprenticeship?
For the apprenticeship, if you're in 10th or 11th grade, I guess, definitely if you're not really sure what you want to do, but you like hands-on work, and I really feel that the apprenticeship is good for you, because that's really how I got into it. It was my 11th grade year. I had nothing. I knew nothing about what I wanted to do when I got out of high school, and it was really a great option for me for something to do, and it's actually turned into something that I really enjoy doing, and get up and go to work every day, and I get my 2-year associate's degree.
Without are not in any debt.
I was about to say no debt at all. It's crazy that they pay my tuition, they pay for my books, they pay for my parking pass. Like, I literally have no debt at all, and I'm sitting in class and I'm getting paid just like I'm at work. So just
That's a good point.
for that time,
So do we let the cat out of the bag that since you didn't have to borrow for tuition, you had a little bit of money for a motorcycle?
Yes,
Is that
yes.
you?
I have actually saved up and got myself a motorcycle.
Okay.
And so, I mean, it's really cool. And
Okay, great. Really, really excited. Now, so advice that you would give other students if they are interested in hands-on activities, this would be something for them to consider.
yes.
What about advice you can give them if they want to be considered? What should be happening with them in school? Like, I mean, do they have to have all A's?
No, you definitely do not have to have all A's. What is the minimum GPA? I think it's like a 2 point...
I think it may be 2.5 or 2.8.
Something like that. I mean, and while, like, that's probably like a B average or C average maybe, and that's very achievable. And a lot of kids in school are making that. Not everybody is meant to be for a 4-year degree in college, and you don't have to have a honor roll to be able to get in this program. It's kind of like it's meant for that middle to low class of students, because I mean, sometimes like those are the people that are good for.
Yeah, you know, Braxton, what I see is that sometimes students that are not aiming to become a surgeon,
yes,
they kind of get left out. But you know, we cannot do in this world what needs to be done if we don't have you.
That's right.
And I was particularly excited to hear that y'all send the bricks to Disney World.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Pine Hall does have bricks in Disney World.
Okay, that's great. And now we have students that are 4.0, and they do this because they want the work experience as well as the education.
Yes, and that is, I mean, that's something that a 4-year degree just, I mean, it can't give you working experience.
The work experience in your field.
I would say hands-on work experience, and that's just something that nobody can take away from you, and it looks really good when you're going to apply for other jobs or anything like that.
Or when you go in to finish that 4-year degree.
That's right.
Because I know that you can do things with automation, you can do things with engineering, you can.
Yes.
The world's kind of open for you, particularly since you'll go into it with no student debt whatsoever. So, Braxton, it has been really nice to talk with you. Now, I want to give our listeners a little bit more information, and you hop in if you want to say anything about what I'm chatting about. But for our listeners, we are accepting applications for the next cohort. This will be our 4th cohort. You were in our 2nd cohort.
Yes.
So you have another year before you graduate with your degree.
Yes, ma'am.
But we will be graduating some people this year, but we are taking new applicants, and students, 11th graders or 12th graders in Rockingham County can apply at www.rockatop.org. You can be public school, charter school, private school, home school, any of those.
School.
And if your GPA is not quite where you want it to be, apply, because there are some folks that can help with that.
There are people that can help you with that.
And because I know I have been up to Pine Hall Brick one day on one of y'all's work days, and I was like, what is that apprentice doing sitting there and working on schoolwork? Because somebody at the company was helping, because one of the classes were, I mean, they are college classes. They're not easy classes.
No, they are not easy classes at all.
But the help is there.
The help is there.
Great.
And they are willing to help too.
Great. That's good. I'm so happy. I just remember when you were first getting started, I remember meeting you and your mother at McDonald's to talk about the apprenticeship program. And so if you are listening to our podcast in real time, the month of October is Advanced Manufacturing Month, and we will be in all of the schools in the area with information about the RockATOP apprenticeship program. Please follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Braxton, thank you so much for joining us today, and best wishes as you continue this journey.
Thank you guys for having me today.